Professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
5 years after the peak of COVID, the U.S. healthcare system is still facing a serious workforce shortage. A new Harris Poll survey commissioned by Strategic Education reveals that burnout and a lack of advancement are key reasons why. With more, here's Dr. Lisa Krieger, Executive Dean, School of Nursing and Health Sciences at Capella University.
The survey indicates many healthcare workers feel taken for granted and often aren't given clear opportunities for career growth, which adds to the strain of an already demanding job.
It also found that over half of healthcare workers admit they'll look for a new role in the next year. Access to education and training could make a real difference in retaining skilled professionals.
63% of employees report that they would be more likely to stay with their employer if tuition support were provided. When employers provide pathways for advancement, it sends a powerful message that their people matter.
For more information on the survey, visit healthcareworkforcesurvey.com.
If it matters to you, it matters to us. More people depend on WGNS for local news that matters. We're your local news leader. News Radio WGNS.
Donate.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your
Murfreesboro.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday morning edition of the Roundtable Show, award-winning Roundtable Show at WGNS Radio here. But good morning, buddy. How are you, sir?
Good morning. Swam in this morning. Worked on my backstroke, you know.
Yeah, I pulled the water wings out of the trunk and aired them up.
Goodness.
We're ready to go.
I tell you, it's...
Hey, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Well, you know, I love the rain, but I don't enjoy driving in the rain.
I get it.
So not during rush hour anyway.
Yeah.
So, but glad to have the rain. Been a little bit dry, so tough weekend for my Blue Raiders, and the Titans had kind of a tough outing as well. So high school football's doing well. So.
Exactly right. Yeah.
But just would love to see Blue Raiders get on track and start get a winning streak going.
Well, maybe they'll figure it out. It seems like the Smyrna crew, Smyrna High played Rockville, and it was something which they had some turnovers there, but all of a sudden they went from not being able to score very many points to putting 41 up on Friday. It's a big change for them.
Oakland, whew.
Yeah, they're rolling.
Juggernaut.
They're rolling.
Yep.
Tennessee's looking good, though. I'm glad to see.
Yeah.
Injury front looks good with them coming in. We got Mississippi State this week, so that's going to be a tough one.
Tell you what, Aguilar is
he's the real deal, man.
Well, and I felt like he would be because, you know, of course I don't like Appalachian State because they're kind of like Western Kentucky to me, you know. They just but I thought, you know, they had a credible program, and he thrived in that situation. So I felt like, hey, he had all the tools to be successful, even if he was going into the SEC, or at least I felt like he would.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad that we found him.
Yep,
or he found us.
Yeah. He's quite the upgrade compared. So, Brother Rick, this morning we've got the honor and pleasure of having Mayor Jason Cole, mayor of the city of Laverne, and good morning, Mayor, and thank you for being here. And did you boat in or drive in?
Well, I swam in. I was a little concerned, like yourself, about my hair with all the rain coming in. So, but we made it in. The water wings held up.
That's right.
Good. Well, welcome. There's a lot going on in the city of Laverne right now, and pleased to have you kind of share some of the events and some of the businesses, and just share whatever you like, about the town that you lead.
Well, Laverne is a popular place right now. We are working on our big mixed-use development, which is started off as 77 acres, but looks like it's going to be growing to over 100 acres. And it's commercial, it's shopping, dining, entertainment, some residential, all along the south side of Waldron Road, and then Murfreesboro Road is blowing up with the Woodhaven development for Uptown Laverne. It's Aldi's is already open, Chipotle, Panda Express is opening next month, and then Seven Brew Coffee's coming in, a Fifth Third with it, and so we've got 2 other out parcels for some sit-down restaurants. We're still waiting to get everything wrapped up on those. So we're a bluster of activity economically, and then we just had our big fall festival with the parade, which I'm sure over the years you remember the parade, and all the activity, the zip lining. Would love to see you, Rick, over on the zip line going down.
Yeah, game, man.
We get a whole line of commissioners going right on down. Joe Carr can lead the way.
I missed all about it. And what was bad is Representative Mike Sparks texted me that morning and said, "Are you going to the Fall Festival Parade in Laverne today?" And it hit me right then. I said, but we had the fish fry, and here's my excuses. I had the fish fry, and then I take our trailers that we cook with, the chicken and the fish trailers and everything else, and I take them back home, and we clean them out and sanitize them and everything else. So I've been...
Well, he kind of cleaned them by himself quite a bit of the time. The cavalry came in kind of late, but he did the majority of the work.
So I apologize. I've been behind for that, but I want to make sure that stuff's cleaned up, because if it doesn't get done correctly, when you bring them back out, it just doubles your work.
Well, we just need to call Charles Frazier and get him to come over and help you out.
Now you're talking. Yep, I need some help for sure. But I apologize. I will be there next year and keep the zip line. I'll be glad to do that.
Well, you got to work on your wave. Make sure you get that.
I haven't been in a parade
right.
in a number of years. So, well, I was in the Smyrna Christmas Parade last year. We did first time Rotary ever. We were 50 years, and we finally...
Yeah, and you headed that up as well, Brother Rick.
I drug the fish trailer out, and we pulled it through. Everybody was wanting to know what we were cooking.
Well,
you can tell this guy's a workaholic, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a Christmas parade as well, but ours is at night, so it's a parade
That's
of lights.
Even better. I tried to get Smyrna's because it's a 50 year. I said, let's do it at night, because I remember in high school in the 80s, we did a night parade. With Technology Day and LED lights and everything else, you can really make something really...
That would
cool
be
to me at night.
I didn't think of a night Christmas parade.
And
that is pretty cool.
It's very fun. I remember when I came on the board as an alderman, no one on the board was even doing Christmas lights, and my family shows up with a van that's just decorated with Christmas lights, and people were looking at me like I was kind of crazy. Now you've got, last year, one of our board members, she not only decorated her cart, she had a full Christmas tree on top of her van, decorated and everything. And it's amazing, and the kids love it because they see all the different combinations that people can come up with, and so it's always a lot of fun. And it's the night before the Smyrna Parade, so we've got our Parade of Lights and our Winter Festival, where we have ice skating, photos with Santa and Mrs. Claus, free cookies, hot chocolate, depending on if we're able to get them or not. We've had horse-drawn carriage rides through the park, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of activity there, and our residents really enjoy it.
The Fall Festival, talk about it a little bit, since it was so successful. What goes on within the Fall Festival?
So it always kicks off with our parade, and the parade goes from Bicentennial Park to Veterans Memorial Park. We had over 50 entrants. This year the Grand Marshal was Marty Luffman, who we all know and love, and so he led the way through there. He actually helped create the parade, both in Laverne and the one in Murfreesboro. So he led that. We have everything from a marching band to dancers to elected officials, candidates, local businesses. Then at the actual park, it is covered all over with businesses, craft vendors, zip lines, climbing walls, lots and lots of food truck, just about every type of food you can imagine. Police, fire are there. They're doing demonstrations on how to put out fires or look at some of the SWAT materials, that sort of stuff. So you've got all of that going on, and it's a great time for the community. You've got the Laverne High School band comes out. They play some music. We had Jasmine from the Laverne band beautifully sing the national anthem.
Cool.
And it's a fun, interactive experience for everybody, and it pulls people from Smyrna, Laverne, Murfreesboro, Eagleville, from Wilson, Williamson, from Davidson counties, and they all come in and converge in Laverne, and it's a good way to bring people together.
So speaking of your Grand Marshal of this year's parade, I think we've got him on the phone there. So Marty, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear real well.
Put your earphones on.
I enjoy your show, by the way. It's really good and informative. But I just want to take the opportunity to thank the mayor for letting me be the Grand Marshal. It was an auspicious occasion for me. It was the pinnacle.
God, it was well earned.
I saw pictures of you. That was a mighty fine car you were riding in there, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. I enjoyed that. It's one of those ground-up restorations.
Wow. And what is it? Callers that don't know and haven't seen those pictures, it looks like, what is it, 55? Is that what you've got, a 55 Chevy?
1955 Chevrolet.
Yes, sir.
And believe it or not, the very first car I had when I turned 16, my dad bought me a 55 Chevrolet 210, just like the one I was driving.
Mm-hmm.
That was my very first car.
So Mayor Caller mentioned about you helped with the first Old Timers Parade, is what I remember it used to be called. It's Fall Festival now, but he said you kind of helped coordinate that. Tell us a little bit about how that all went down and who was involved in it back then. How hard was it?
I started out as a grunt, just doing what I was told to do. There was a guy that was putting it together. He asked me to help him because I'd worked on Smyrna's Parade. So I helped him, and about 2 or 3 years later, he just walked away from it, and the mayor asked me if I would do it, Mr. Waldron. And so I organized his parade, and it turned out really good. I got a very nice letter from him, and I had a carriage at the time, and he rode in the carriage, and I drove it. We had only one issue, and that's when my horse got to the railroad tracks, and he didn't want to cross the tracks. So I got out, walked him across, and got back in, and we were all good. But I think it was 1975, 74, 75, that I did the very first parade for Laverne.
So if I commit to doing this next year, can I ride my horse? I guess I need to be asking the mayor that, but
as long as you bag it.
As long as I bag it,
yes.
I'll have somebody behind me with it.
Okay. I may come and watch that. So
I might just have to do that.
That's one thing I learned real quick in parades. You don't put the horses up front.
Well, I don't like being in the back by the fire engine. I'm going to tell you that right now. Well, I'm all right with it. Horses don't get along too well with all them sirens and beeping horns. So.
Oh, we had the fire engines in the front, so you'd been fine.
I'll be all right that way then. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Well, Marty, thank you for calling in, buddy. Thank you a lot. We appreciate it.
I'm listening to y'all, and once again, I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. God bless you. Have a good day.
Bye, buddy.
Really cool, man. You never know who's listening out there, you know.
Oh, yes.
So, how many people do you think showed up? Because what I'm seeing online, pictures-wise, it looks like y'all had a really good turnout.
Probably 5,000 to 6,000.
Yeah,
wow.
That's a good day. That's a real good day.
That is. That's a great turnout. So, I think one of the best wins that that city has had is the getting BJs. That seems to be very, very popular. When I drive by, it just always seems to be packed, and I have to admit their gas prices are pretty impressive too. But my daughter and her fiance, they shop at the one in Lebanon where they live, and they used to go to Sam's, but they go to BJ's now.
Oh, really?
I was the same way. I used to go to Sam's. We met with BJ's Wholesale back in December of 2019 in New York. And that's where we began the conversations to bring them in. Of course, COVID hit and the whole world shut down, but we made sure to keep fostering that relationship. And as a result, BJ's Wholesale opened its first location in the state of Tennessee with Laverne.
Oh, wow.
And
I did not realize that, Mayor.
Yes, sir, and it is a very successful store. It's very busy. We're members. If you try to get gas on a Sunday, good luck, because it's very, very busy with those prices. But it offers residents both of Laverne, Smyrna, Antioch. I see them coming from all over. I've got some friends in Nolensville who drive over, and it's bringing in sales tax dollars where there was a void, because you have, Sam's in Antioch, Sam's in Murfreesboro, Costco, but there's nothing in between, and this brings that together. So you're seeing a lot of drive there. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's the largest sales tax driver for actual brick and mortar buildings in the city. So it is a powerhouse, and our residents have loved it. It keeps going and going.
What about bid FTA? Do you know about bid FTA and it being done?
I know about bid FTA. I hear about it regularly from Alderman Coates' wife.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So I'm letting everybody in on a big secret. If you look up on the App Store, and it's called Bid FTA, and they've got a Laverne outlet that's in Laverne.
Bid FTA?
Yes, sir. BID FTA. But you download the app and sign in, put your thing, but you're bidding basically like an online auction of Amazon returns, Walmart returns, other box store returns, and a lot of times it's in new or like new condition, and you bid on it and you win it, and they tag a fee in it, and it's just past BJ's there on in Laverne, and you basically show up to a warehouse, and it's a process to figure it out, but once you figure it out,
it's just off industrial.
Everything, you name it. I mean, you get household from paper towels to
so they have
generators.
A location there on industrial.
It's a pickup location.
Their pickup location is there. It's not where you can go and walk around and look at. You still do everything on your phone.
Browse. The word.
Now, you can browse their website and then bid on things, but they've had several around. If you remember the old bargain hunt stores that were open, and they all closed. Same exact company. They've just gone and closed up their box stores, and they've put it online and sell out that way. But they're in several states. But that's my favorite thing to do at night.
I'm going to say brilliant.
And
it is
dirt cheap for some of this stuff.
It sure is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks. I had no idea. Well, shame on you, buddy. You should have shared that with me a long time ago, my friend.
I'm going to make a creature out of him. He'll be all. I've done got the rest of the guys in the office already on it.
I'm surprised he's not downloading it now.
As soon as we get done.
Yeah. But tell us a little bit. So was it Twin Station, the development that's coming in out on what? Tell us a little bit about that, because it's coming up here, and there's a lot of negotiations about it and everything. But
sure.
That's going to be a huge thing for. If you think of Waldron Road on that west side of town, that's really going to open things up for you guys.
It will be a powerhouse. Right now, it's 77 plus acres. You're at a crux right there of being in Rutherford County, but being right next to Davidson and Williamson County. And so again, you have another void area. So this will bring sales tax dollars into Rutherford County from other areas, and will provide services that people need. And so this is going to be a very large quality development. We've had several conversations with grocers. Just had one with a out-of-state restaurant, very well known, and they're looking at their first location in Tennessee being here at this. So, and at the same time, the city is already committed and working on road improvements for that area. Funny enough, Blair Road is getting an extension all the way out to Carruthers, where there's going to be a roundabout. You're going to have Waldron Road widened from a 2-lane road to a 5-lane road with sidewalks. And it's as a result of all of the growth within a 3-mile area, which covers portions of Davidson County, Williamson County, Smyrna, unincorporated. You've got about 12,147 homes being built right now. And with all of that growth, you're going to need that major thoroughfare through there. And so the city is already committed both to planning and funding that road improvement, and it's getting started by the end of next year. Blair West should be finished. By the end of 27, the first phase of Waldron will be finished, and it's going to take to 2030 to finish the whole length of the road. But it is a massive improvement that realistically should have been done when the other side of Waldron Road was widened, but it wasn't. All we can do is work now. We can't change the past, so this board committed to making those improvements to the infrastructure. And so our residents, both those that have been there and those that are coming, will get that benefit. And we're going to, with that Blair Road extension, you're going to have traffic coming off of Waldron, because they won't, usually if there's a wreck on 24, people will cut through Smyrna, Sam Ridley, hop over to Blair, try to get over to Carruthers so they can get into Nolensville. Well, they'll just be able to go straight through and get right to Carruthers.
So as far as from Waldron back to Sam Ridley, anything going to be done there?
So we've looked at a couple things. We've got some designs as that haven't been done yet just because the land's not been developed, but where there's the sharp curve for Blair Road, and then it kind of winds back and forth. We've actually got designs for that road just to go straight out and cut out the curve.
Oh, wow. Any
developer that's coming into Laverne, we have been working with for road improvements, period. And that doesn't matter if it's Murfreesboro Road, Bill Stewart, Old Nashville, Blair Road, Waldron Road. Any development comes in, we're looking at road improvements. Arbor Ridge, which was one of our largest and at that time was controversial, not only did we get all of the right-of-way dedicated to the city for the widening project on their property, we also got property on Blair Road for future widening. We got 1 acre of land donated to the city, and then $2 million towards the road widening project. So that's the kind of partnerships that we foster so that we can ideally have development come in but still maintain and improve upon our infrastructure.
Wow, that's big. Hey, we're up against our first break here. You're listening to Laverne Mayor Jason Cole with the Tuesday Morning Roundtable show with Rick and Wayne. We'll be right back with you in just a minute.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Sign-ups are going on right now for First Shot's Winter Basketball League in Rutherford County. Coach Andy Herzer guides kids to sharpen basketball skills and build teamwork through exciting clinics and games. Since 2003, First Shot has empowered youth to grow in mind, spirit, and body. Don't miss out. Join the fun and develop lifelong skills. Visit firstshottn.org today and register for the Winter Basketball League. That's firstshottn.org.
Insurance should be simple, not complicated. That's why at Rayburn Insurance, Agent Rick Hull cuts through the jargon and helps you understand your options clearly. He's committed to finding the right coverage that fits your unique needs and budget. Their team has been a trusted partner in the community since 1973. Ready to make insurance easy? Get with Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. He's ready to help you get the protection you deserve.
Good Neighbor Events is brought to you by Old National Bank, the law offices of John Day, and AmeriCare Pest Control.
This is a paid legal ad.
At the law offices of John Day, we take only real cases that make a real difference.
The law offices of John Day took the burden really off of my shoulders.
So if you think you're going to get rich quick with a frivolous case, I'm not the lawyer for you.
I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done so much. I know you went over and beyond.
If we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation.
WGNS encourages you to shop local. Let's patronize our local family businesses. Our hats off to the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department's school resource officers. Their 5th annual charity golf tournament is all day this Saturday at the Old Fort Park Golf Course, and all the proceeds help needy and special needs children. Thank you to the SROs. Hey, are you new to town? Maybe you'd like to learn more about our local community. Head on over to the one-room Ransom Schoolhouse this Saturday, anytime between 9 in the morning and noon. The Rutherford County Historical Society is there to share local history and answer your questions. It's all free. Again, that's anytime. Just drop in 9 until noon this Saturday at the one-room Ransom Schoolhouse. That's at 717 North Academy Street. Oh, this is always fun. The Puppy Plunge is this Saturday morning at 10 in the outdoor pool at Sportscom. Don't miss that one, and bring your pups with you. 10 o'clock Saturday morning. The Puppy Plunge. It's free in the outdoor pool at Sportscom. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
Few scattered showers and storms at times this afternoon. Partial sunshine develops, a high in the mid-80s. Tonight, chance for rain and storms, cloudy, low near 67. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki from the WGNS Rutherford Weather Center.
Currently, it's 68.
WGNS powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Looking to go solar? MTE's Pro Solar program is committed to educating members on the process and helping them achieve their renewable energy goals. Learn more about Pro Solar and your free consultation at mte.com/prosolar.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And good morning and welcome back to the second segment of Tuesday Mornings with Rick and Wayne. And it's our pleasure this morning to have Laverne Mayor Jason Cole with us, and we're talking everything Laverne this morning.
And I screwed it up at our last break. I'm going to go ahead and call it now. And on there, I just met Jason Cole. We shook hands.
You know, after 3.5 years, you know, it's okay to make one error, you know.
Well, we had a guest that we got told by their with somebody they brought with them that we don't introduce our guests enough. So we made a point to introduce our guest enough, so at least I could get our guests correct when I do bring them up.
Like
so
I said,
I apologize.
As far as I can remember, if after 3.5 years, that's your first faux pas. So I think you.
Thank you, buddy.
Call me what you will. Just don't call my wife sweetheart.
That's a backstory, isn't it?
We have to work on him. He's got something on both of us now. He's going to be talking on us. So
I think you would. So is the majority of that initiative? Is it on the northwest side of Waldron, or is it on? Does it encapsulate both sides of Waldron?
It's on the northwest side.
Okay.
The residential portion will predominantly be on the back property that currently is inaccessible. And it will be a mixture of apartments, townhomes, and single-family homes. Single-family homes are starting off at $900,000. So this is a Class A development, and then the retail will be in the front. And then there's talks about, there's some other properties they're looking to add, whether there's going to be more commercial or there's going to be some senior housing, which is desperately needed. If we've all been in those elected fields, we all hear that on a regular basis. They're looking at that. This developer has been a very, very change from the norm. He's listening to what all of our needs are and seeing where he can bridge the gap, which is the type of partnerships that we like.
So, you know about the issue at Emerville Road, that the interchange there at I-24 and Emerville Road. Quite the congestion there at Waldron and I-24 as well. Any chance of improvement? Because they're going to do, is it called a reverse diamond, Rick, for Emerville and I-24? Or is it just a diamond? I know there's one at Hickory
One time
Hollow.
they talked about it, but see, they've shifted. The governor's plan has kind of shifted, and they're wanting to do a corridor now of kind of modeling what Atlanta's got, but it's going to be like a toll style road. Matter of fact, there's a meeting tonight at the town center for any of us residents on the north end of the county that want to show up, but it starts at 5:30. I think it's like from 5:30 to 7:30, but you can go out and see the plan and what it looks like. But with what they're wanting to put in there now, it's done away with that reverse diming. I know they've put it back on their radar again, just like, you know, other projects. I know Waldron Road's been brought up as far as in Laverne, as far as trying to help and do something down that way as well with all this that's going on. But there is a meeting tonight, so, but the reverse diamond is out as far as I know with this new corridor.
Yeah, I don't want to speak out of turn, but this toll road just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, part of the one of the proposals for choice lanes that involves Waldron Road does include changing the way that exit from Nashville works. It doesn't really change coming from Murfreesboro Smyrna side, but it would change it. Instead of having a giant loop, you would go straight off of the interstate onto into a four-way stop. Now, part of our problem is, quite frankly, it's our own success. It's all of the jobs that come in during the daytime, and if you look, rush hour is whenever all the warehouses are getting out, when people are going home for the day. So you compound all of these industrial jobs, letting people go home at the same time as people who commute into Williamson County or Davidson County or to Murfreesboro are coming back into the city. I mean, it causes that congestion, and we're hoping that this widening project will address some of that. I mean, most people don't realize our population as a city, it's right now it's 42,000, but we go over 80 during the actual working hours where people are coming in to go to work. So that's a huge amount of traffic influx, and it's all right around the interstate.
So this new traffic initiative by the state, are they putting in an additional lane, or are they taking the HOV lane and making it a per pay?
That's a good question.
Everything I've seen, they're putting in a new lane right in the middle. Now, mind you, this is all still up in the air. There's still a lot of discussions. I believe next Tuesday at the Smyrna Event Center, they're having a open public discussion on choice lanes to get.
Next Tuesday or this Tuesday?
It's next Tuesday.
So they're going to take out the retaining wall and put in possibly two lanes going north and south?
Potentially. It depends on what they land. Everything I've seen so far have all been possibilities. Nothing has been landed upon at this point. So
I was just curious.
Yeah, it's to be honest, I don't think they entirely know, which is why they're trying to get that feedback from the community as to what they want. The big problem is everyone wants a solution. Everyone wants it now, and everyone has a different idea of what it looks like and how to fund it. So when you have all of that competing ideas, you don't have symmetry. So the governor's trying to move forward on this, and people are questioning that, some rightfully, some wrongfully. I don't think there's going to be any one solution that everyone gets behind. I mean, you could have light rail, you could have, I think Representative Sparks was talking about drilling one of those tunnels. There's I've even heard people mention the old Opryland sky lifts, if you remember those.
Oh, the trams, I guess.
Yes.
Were they trams, I believe, maybe? I don't.
And so
that's what Disney does as well. They've got the monorail and the tram.
Imagine that from Murfreesboro all the way to Nashville.
I would think the monorail, would be amazing. From Murfreesboro to Nashville.
I don't know. We've got to change the way we do things, and I mean, I don't know that this express lane idea. We got a governor that's going out. He is 2.5 years into his last term here, is where he swapped to do it this new direction, and he's on his way out. So we're going to have a primary here in March, and we'll know as far as candidate wise what we're looking at in August for a governor, and what are their plans going to be.
Well, I think it's important that people talk to these candidates, whether it's Senator Blackburn, Congressman Rose, any of them. I know we're actually bringing in. There's an open invitation for all of the governor's candidates to come into Laverne this Saturday, and I know Congressman Rose will be there. I believe one of the Democrat candidates, Adam Cutts out of Nashville, will be there, and I think it's important that we hear what their plans are, because whoever's the governor is going to have to take it and run with this. We've seen the SMART corridor, which we have been told from a governmental side, we've been told that's all going to be taken down. That's millions of dollars. That's a lot of time and effort that essentially it was implemented, and it's going away all within about 8 years. And so we want to hear what they want to do, because if they start, in the next 6-8 months, let's just say they start on these choice lanes, and then a new governor comes in and wants to go in a different direction, how is that going to look? So, because the look and feel going all across Middle Tennessee is important to everybody.
You're exactly right. And I don't know. I don't know where it's kind of like the trash situation that we're dealing with the county and the city of Murfreesboro, is that, we're going to have to do something different, but what that plan is, and we seem like we have a unified front now that's going to go forward with this thing closing, and we got a transfer station, and what that's going to look like now for the rest of the county, even like on the north end, because as that transfer station begins to really hop up as the Republic closes, then we're probably going to need something on the north end of town, or the north end of the county, for the Smyrna and the Laverne area, and does that bring in the thing of how we collect our trash? With the convenience centers now, do they change? Do we adapt them to make them larger? Do we, it's because Smyrna Laverne doesn't offer trash service like Murfreesboro does, but then our county residents, on top of that, we don't, as commission, we don't offer trash for those guys as well. So it's going to change the whole landscape of the way we know things right now, and that's 5 to 6 years out.
And I know we're looking for, we've had discussions with Mayor Carr and county commissioners about our convenience center.
Yeah.
It was established back whenever Mike Webb was mayor, which was 20 plus years ago. And it was wonderful when we had 5,000 residents. But we're up to 42. It's on a 2-lane curved road, and it blocks traffic at this point. People try to jump into opposite lanes, and then we have an EMS dispatch area where an ambulance leaves right there in the area, and that can cause issues even for them. So we've been working with Eric Hennessy and Mayor Carr, and we're hoping that a new location is found for that, because at this point it's causing significant road congestion, risk to our residents as well as to EMS employees, and we want to see something that can handle and grow with our growth that has occurred. And so we're hoping that happens. I've had some conversations actually this morning with residents concerned about some of the traffic going through there, and it's a very bad curve.
We're going to have former Representative Donna Rowland Barrett here real soon, and
next week. She'll be on next week.
And she is heading up a very robust recycling program. And, just I've been monitoring my plastic and my cardboard and stuff. I bet I have cut at least over 50% of my trash just by recycling, to making sure that metals and plastics and paper and cardboard that I don't throw away, that I only throw away what is actually trash. And I've made probably a 50 or 60% change in my personal, and I just wonder, wow, if we could get everybody to jump on board with that, the difference would be just universally changing.
Well, we compost at our house, all of our organics. My wife is a very big gardener, so we mix that into our gardening, till it in every year. She's also, my wife, she's a Rutherford County school teacher now, but previously she was an environmental scientist. She worked on air, water, soil composition testing, did stuff with TVA, the BP oil spill. So we're very much in line with that as far as conservation and recycling. But for Rutherford County, we have to, in all honesty, we have to dumb it down and make it simple. We can put it into the schools and start educating the next generation, but we need to make recycling as convenient as possible for people. I can tell you, we go through a lot of aluminum cans. Other than a convenience center and waiting through that line, I can't really tell you where to take that other than Steiner Lift in Nashville.
Sure.
So we've got to come up with ways to make that, whether it's bringing in some of the standalone recycling for aluminum cans, some different opportunities, whether it's partnering with cities, whether it's the county doing it. We need to make it a lot more convenient, because if you make it convenient, people will do it because it's so easy.
I agree 100%. I'm just now coming on the commission, and if I run for office, I'll have to announce here pretty quickly, and got a primary and something to do next year. But if I do decide to, it's one of the big things I'm on a campaign on, is that I want our schools, I want programs in our schools. I had a neighbor's daughter went to Zama with they do an exchange student thing, and the kids go over for 2 weeks and stay with a family over there, and the same thing, we alternate years, and then they come. It's a sister city type situation, but the schools over there don't have janitors. The kids do it all. They keep their school
Isn't that
clean.
amazing?
They pick their trash up. It's put into all the right bins and everywhere it goes, and that tides over to when they go home at night. We've already taught them, just like we've taught them to read, and they're going to teach us old people how we need to recycle and what's the right way to do it. So following that lead. So I think it's a great program for our school system to really adopt here with the incoming with our dump here, and thankfully in Rutherford County. And we had a trash show here for a month and a half. We had somebody on every week, and we looked at every aspects of it, but at the end of the day, it's just outgrown its welcome here in Rutherford County. We're going to do it a different way, so maybe that'll work for us. But what else can we talk about?
Well, we've got one thing kicking off right now, which is it's always big in our community, is our basketball program.
That's right.
We work with the Universal Sports League. They're already signing people up. They've got their big draft coming up in December, which is when y'all have to pick up papers for county commission.
Right.
But the kids get so involved. We have so many games. I go over there and I spend time at the concession stand just talking to residents, and you get so much interest, so much activity. The kids are having so much fun, and the adults who are coaches, they are parents, they are grandparents, and they do so much more than just talking to the kids about basketball. They really try to get in there and mentor them so that they're not being just good players, that they're being good people and good community members. And that's a big part of our community is that basketball league. We've had it for a number of years. They work with Rutherford County schools, and it keeps growing year over year. So we, I want to say, Commissioner Davidson also. She's been over there quite a bit. She actually volunteers to help out with their concession stand, and it's an opportunity to stay in touch with our residents. But you see so much amazing talent from the kids.
Oh yeah, they love it. Is this man here? He lives at the ballpark right now with his grandkids. They've played softball,
soccer, and baseball.
Soccer and baseball. But hey, we're up against our second break. You're listening to Laverne Mayor Jason Cole with us today, but you're listening to Tuesday Morning Roundtable with Rick and Wayne. We'll be right back with you in just a minute.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
I'll be right there.
It takes all of us to power a community, both in plain sight and behind the scenes. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Think the customers know I raise these eggs myself?
They do now. That hen's been louder than your radio.
50 years of local flavor. The Farmers Market, Tuesday and Friday, 7 to 1.
Only at a producer-only market can you meet the hens behind the eggs.
Lane Agri Park in Murfreesboro.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And welcome back to the third and final segment of Tuesday Mornings with Rick and Wayne. And we've had a great time this morning finding out everything Laverne with Laverne Mayor Jason Cole. And Mayor, again, thank you for being here. And you've shared a number of things that I had no idea was going on in the city of Laverne. So thank you.
Well, appreciate the opportunity. And we've still got a lot going on. I mean, we've got Halloween at the Park coming up. We've got it's opportunity for businesses, individuals to give back to residents freely, kids with for trick-or-treating, and it's a safe environment. And then later that afternoon we have our zombie dance-off, which is just like it sounds. It is a dance-off, and traditionally Vice Mayor No would be there to DJ it. So you've heard it now. He is officially entering the contest. Mr. Wayne Blair will be there dancing.
I tell you what I am going to do. I bought a Tyrannosaurus Rex costume last year and didn't get to greet the kids off the bus, but this year I'm going to meet the kids off the bus in my Tyrannosaurus Rex costume.
And don't call it a dinosaur. I made the mistake of calling it a dinosaur, and it's not a dinosaur. It's
a T-Rex. A T-Rex is not a dinosaur. It is king of the jungle.
Just make sure that you bring the grandkids and bring the T-Rex outfit, and you can come and dance. We have a lot of music. It's usually the vice mayor DJs it. He's going to be out of town, so I'm actually picking out the music, and it should be a lot of fun. Our youth, whether they're teenagers on down, they have a ball, and you see everything from, yes, T-Rexes to My Little Pony to zombies to all kinds of things.
So is that an inside event, the dance-off, or is it out? It's outside as well?
It's all outside. It's open to the public, and there's no cost to it. It's just it's a fun way to get the youth in our community active and having fun. And it's not just for the youth. I mean, everyone, regardless of age, are welcome to come and participate. And I mean, it's a lot of fun. I know she's listening because she sent me a text message, but I'm even hoping that Commissioner Hope Oliver gets out there and gets down with us.
I could see her doing that.
You could arrange for all the commissioners to come down. How about that?
I don't have that dance bone in my body. And I can't sing either.
The one good thing, if you're in a T-Rex costume and nobody knows who you are, you can be as stupid as you want to be, or untalented as you want to be, because nobody knows who it is. So there you go.
That's very true.
We'll be sure to get some kind of special award for best, not dinosaur costume, but T-Rex costume.
That's right. There you go. I'm pretty pumped about greeting them getting off the bus.
He's going to film it.
Huh?
Who's going to film it?
I'll get Hillary to film it, or her fiance.
Well, you need somebody, because if they take off running, you need somebody to chase them down, because you're not going to be able to do it.
Hopefully they won't beat me up. So.
Just remember, make sure that the T-Rex, is clapping the hands for.
Oh, that's right.
Of course.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So.
Mayor, talk a little bit about your fire station, because this is the last time you were on with us. Y'all have opened that fire station in Laverne, and that's a pretty impressive.
Yeah,
building.
it is.
Fire Station 41. I'm gonna very humbly say it's the best fire station in Rutherford County. It is impressive, inside and out. It's got meeting space for our teams. It's got all the space we need for our emergency apparatus vehicle, and it centralizes it to the middle of the city so that we can easily access, whether a train is coming or not, residents in need of help. It's there. It's amazing. We had an uncoupling event instead of a ribbon cutting, and it was very well attended. We had a lot of people from our community come in, and we still have residents who come by and want tours of it. But it's very functional for our staff, both men and women, which was a very big endeavor, because we have firefighters that are both men and women. And the original station that we had for Station 41 was built in the 1970s, when all your firefighters were men. Well, one shower, one bathroom works great in 1970 when it's all men, but whenever you have men and women, it's not so friendly. But we've got that going, and then we're working on plans for a Station 44, which will be from land donated with Twinning Station, and it will actually have it'll centralize to that side of town a fire department for better response times, but it'll also have areas for our police department. That way they don't have to drive across town to do reports. It will also have room in there for EMS, which is greatly needed for that whole side of Rutherford County. I think right now they dispatch out of Stonecrest Hospital. So this will, again, improve response times, not just for our residents, but for all of Rutherford County residents in that area.
Rick and I do Meals on Wheels, and we do Route 5, which is Laverne. And for the last several years, I've driven down near Schreibman to get over onto Stones River, and that facility there on the right is, I've watched it go up, and I'm going, wow, what is that? So it's utility. Is that?
It is our Public Works and Community Services facility.
Okay, that's an impressive facility.
It is. We have economic development, planning, engineering, codes, We have finance, of course, public works, maintenance, all out of that building. If you need to go get water turned on, that is there. And it's utilizing land. I'm really proud of that building because as an elected official, one of the biggest frustrations is not being able to see stuff finished. I can actually say that coming in as mayor, we bought that land. We approved that building design. We've got it built, and it is absolutely phenomenal.
It is beautiful.
It was sorely needed. We had a public works building that used to sway with heavy wind. We had a codes department that, quite frankly, could not add new codes enforcers because they had no more room.
Sure.
And so we had economic development working out of a loft above Parks and Recreation. So this streamlines it, gives them room to grow and be able to keep up with our growth. Because if you're not keeping your internal infrastructure growing with the growth, you fall behind in your services that you provide to residents. And so that's the whole point with that. We paid for that building with fund balance, so there's no new debt with it, no tax increase to our residents, and it is a very beautiful building. It's got a greenway with it, and we're hoping, we're working on a Blue Cross Blue Shield grant, but we're hoping to have a park over to the side of it with some land that was not being used by the county that was donated over to the city. We're hoping to turn that into a park for the community.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm like him. I always wondered, it didn't have any signage there for when we run meals down there all the time, and I'd pass it. It was so massive at the point, I thought, is this a church going up?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That was the common question.
Yeah, so I was the same way. But
Mayor, thank you for being with us. God bless you for your service to our community, and particularly the Laverne community. So thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. God bless y'all.
Thank you as well. I appreciate it. Hey, in a parting word, I just want to say my condolences, Wayne and I, out to Steve Sandlin. He was a county commissioner I served with, and he was vice mayor with Mayor Ketchern under his thing. But his wife, Tammy, has passed away this past Saturday. But she was, if you're from the Blackman area and you knew anything about cooking and things, that you knew Tammy, and
prayers
she was a
for their
great soul,
family.
and they got 2 kids, a son and a daughter, and just pray for them this week, and Steve, and again, thank you all for everybody listening, and we'll be back with you again next week as usual.
WGNS Murfreesboro. Subscribe to Big G TV. Local content that matters to Rutherford County.